G'day, Couch Critics. It's Brad and Sogg here, and we're going to be previewing the semi-finals for this weekend, the A-League semi-finals. We know who they are now. I picked one out of the two results. Bradley, you're 0
Not really. You picked it on a penalty shootout and MacArthur to win. They didn't.
I still picked the right team.
Yeah, well.
But MacArthur through to face City. Brisbane Roar through to... No.
Adelaide United.
Brisbane Roar.
Good start.
Adelaide through to play against Sydney FC. And all of that can be watched for free on KO this weekend. Speaking of
Bastards,
free...
we're paying for it.
Yeah,
Lions.
speaking of free, you know what else is free? This content right here. You can leave a like and subscribe for free. Not even $8.99 for Paramount Plus.
And it
It's
doesn't
free.
matter. You don't need YouTube Premium because we don't have any ads yet.
Yet. You could help us get there though. You know.
We probably need a lot more subscribers.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, like and subscribe. Let's move on. So, Bradley, first semi-final. It's going to be Saturday night. I'm going to be there at Cogra Stadium. Sydney FC taking on Adelaide. And to be honest, out of the two teams, Brisbane or Adelaide, I kind of would have preferred Adelaide to get through. They looked pretty sketchy at the end of last week's game. Give us your thoughts. What do you think about Sydney and Adelaide?
Well, Adelaide, they played really good. Well, they got those two quick goals in the space of 5 minutes. They kind of really held on to that. And to be fair, Brisbane probably should have scored a few goals. It was really rampant, hectic defence there from Adelaide to hold them out in the
Right
end.
at
And
the end.
I don't know if they'll be able to do that against Sydney FC, but geez, if they do what they did against Brisbane, get a few quick goals and a few space minutes and really hold back and defend, they could do it. But Sydney FC isn't Brisbane, and it's going to be a harder job for them to do it. They'll probably have to get a 3-goal lead if they want to sit back and defend. But
Yeah.
no, I think Sydney FC should be going through relative ease. But if Adelaide can get an early goal, it's all up to that. In the semi-finals, you get an early goal. If Adelaide get an early goal, there's no pressure on them. They've come in as the underdog. They can sit back and defend. And then so quickly the pressure's on Sydney FC to go forward and get that goal. It's all in their mind. They'll be thinking, we're running out of time. They'll go all out. And the early goal's important if Adelaide want to get a result, but I don't think they will.
We've seen Sydney this season be a team that scores in the second half, though. They've kind of done a really good job all season of riding that weather and even conceding early on and then finding a way back into games. Adelaide will be boosted. Obviously, Craig Goodwin missed the game and Ryan Kiddo filled in. Hopefully, for Adelaide fans, he'll be back. He'll be back and fit. Tommy Urich had a fantastic game, but is that his 1 in 5 kind of good games? He looked dangerous, and so, again, if he can pull that out again, running at, Ben Warland, who hasn't had as much game time this season, that could be dangerous. I think Alex Wilkinson's got him covered, but
You will be missing Ryan Grant though, really reliable there and right back.
and with Redmayne gone from goals as well, Tom Hewitt-Bell did a fantastic job last weekend, 2 weekends ago in the last game, but he's really kind of untested at this level too much, and so there's definitely chances for Adelaide. But then you look at Sydney's front line, and they've got Costa Barbarouses, they've got Bobo, they've got Adam Lafondra, they've got Ninkovic, they've got, Caceres, they've got Baumjohann. Literally, Sydney could play a back two and then just flood the forwards.
If anywhere they're going to get caught out is in the back line.
Yeah.
The forward line, there's no excuses for the forward line.
Yeah. It's going to be a really interesting battle. I think, I don't think it's going to be too tough for Sydney, though. I think Sydney will just dominate the game, and Adelaide, Brisbane put that pressure on late, and they held tight, goal line clearance right at the death. But I think Sydney's pressure that we've seen them put on teams will kind of make Adelaide crack. I don't think they're going to make it through. So, both picking Sydney?
Yeah, I'd have to say so, yeah.
Okay, well, then we move on to the next game, and that's... Well, is it as clear-cut? I don't know. Melbourne City take on MacArthur on Sunday. Who knows if there's actually going to be fans there or not. Could be behind closed doors. Yeah. Not that really matters, because both teams have terrible support. City, obviously, more than MacArthur, have fans, but
I think more people are showing up to Melbourne City games than Melbourne Victory games, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true this season.
Yeah, anyway, no, it's, Macarthur, they were just terrible to watch last week. But, they got the result, they grinded out the result. And to be fair, they're very lucky to be in this semi-final against Melbourne City. Well, they're there now, and I think it's probably a very... if there's any team you wanted to play for Melbourne City, I think Macarthur's probably one you wouldn't. They'll sit back, they'll defend, they'll look for their chances, and they'll get you on the counter. They're a dangerous team, Macarthur, especially in this kind of environment of knockout football. It's absolutely tough for them.
And it's been the game plan they've shown all season long. I think at one stage in that game, the possession was something like 77% possession to
Macarthur.
Oh,
yeah, that sounds right.
In that first half, they were just dominant, and they weren't particularly doing anything with it, but they just held the ball. And I don't know if they can keep that up against City, who love a high press, who love to really attack teams right from the get-go. Obviously, things at City, Craig Noon's just kind of announced that he's going to be joining MacArthur
I think that was
season.
perfectly timed. I'm sure the MacArthur media made sure that was leaked just before this game to try and get a kind of mental edge over him, which, that's how it goes.
It also sounds like Andrew Naboot is going to be back for this game for Melbourne City, so he's been great all season if he's been fit, and so that's a great thing. I think the real question is just who starts as the number 9. Jamie McLaren.
Yeah, they'll be missing him.
Away with Socceroos duties. Is it Sabaki has been their Japanese kind of import for this season, who's come from Yokohama.
Yeah.
Hasn't really lit the world on fire. Marco Tilio is not a 9, but he's been exciting. I think both teams have players they can bring off the bench, which could add. Puyo is back as well. He's served his suspension now, so he can come back for this semi-final.
But they will miss... Who got sent off?
Oh, who did get sent off? James Meredith.
Yeah,
that's a big loss in the back line for them.
And being there at that game, I thought... Red card was a bit harsh for that circumstance, but I think the ref had an all-round shocker in that game. But anyway, he was consistently terrible.
It was a last-minute challenge, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he was getting to the ball, and I could hear a few Mariners fans saying to him, and they were pretty happy with the call. But to be honest, I don't think that he was getting to the ball, so a yellow probably would have sufficed. But
it's the price you pay as a defender as soon as you grab a player.
And that's just stupid. When you grab a player like that and he's the last man, it's just, you're giving the ref an excuse. Even though I don't think it was probably worth a red. There's no excuse for the defender there. Yeah. But anyway, talking on the Melbourne City MacArthur game now.
Yeah. Well, and again, MacArthur have Derbyshire up front, who can be lethal in that box. And Charles
Mbomba, very quiet against Mariners.
Yeah, he was. But Charles Mbomba made up for it. And I mean, what a exciting little kind of energy ball for MacArthur to...
And he got booked for an own goal. He didn't even get the goal.
No, they did give it to him.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the episode was an own goal.
No, it's gone down as a Charles Mbomba.
Oh, well,
I'm pretty sure it was over the line.
I think, even with the deflection, I think it was still going in, but anyway.
Yeah, that's it. But, I don't think MacArthur complete easy beats here. Like you said, they're going to dig deep. They're going to try and, just sit back and then make their opportunities, and they've got quick guys up front. Yep. They've got good passes, Burnett and Mark Milligan and Puyo. They can make things happen from midfield with a great ball.
As well?
Susayeta.
They're two separate guys.
Yes, yeah. It is Susayeta. My wife was a bit confused because they also have Shushna and Shushayeta, and she was having a field day with that. Yeah.
Some crazy names. Anyway.
It's going to be an interesting game. That's probably the tighter of the two semi-finals. We think Sydney are through to the final. MacArthur
I think if Jamie McLaren was there, they'd have no issues scoring. But I think it's just a crap time that, everything ended up, Sydney FC's got 3 out and MacArthur has 3 out. It's just... not MacArthur, Melbourne City. It's just a... Yeah. It's just a crap time, but,
it's throwing things around.
This is the world we live in with COVID and...
All right, so who are you picking, City or MacArthur?
I would probably still tip City. Even though I tipped MacArthur to win the title at the start of the season, I'd probably, in this scenario, have to say City. MacArthur win, it would be a big upset, but they can do it. But I think City. I think we're looking at a grand final rematch.
I'm going to go MacArthur again. I think they've shown some steel. I didn't think they'd be this good this season. I think they've been pretty average and boring.
I think they had the potential to be really good, but
yeah, and
they haven't been.
I think they're looking at their signings next season. They're building something. I think they're gonna nick something here. I think they're gonna destroy City's title hopes again. And then you know what the best thing about that'd be?
What?
It'll be Sydney FC up against Macarthur, and Sydney FC will win the toilet seat at Bankwest for a second season in a row.
Bankwest. Why would we play there?
Yeah, because
What about ANZ?
no, don't play final of the ANZ.
Cogra?
No. Played at Bankwest. Best place for fans to go and watch. Plus, then all the Wanderers fans have to cry at watching us lift another trophy there.
Or Macarthur wins. So I think Sogg's calling Sydney FC to win.
Not
I
gonna
think if
happen.
it was that grand final, I'd be definitely back in Macarthur
Yes.
with no confidence.
Yeah, but you know, I'll be there at Cogra this weekend, cheering on the Sky Blues. Bradley will be sitting at home and wishing that Wanderers had made a final series again.
I went to a finals match last week. I didn't believe they existed, but there you go.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend of football yet again. KO freebies, make sure you jump on it. Tell your friends, invite them round. You know, chuck a Euro style party and get people around at your house watching the finals. It's sure to be an exciting weekend. And then it's going to be grand final time. We're almost there, Bradley.
Yeah, and then it's all over for another season. Although it'll be exciting, the FFA Cup's just around the corner, and then
Yeah, that's it.
because of the delayed season, it won't be such a long wait until the new season, which should
Yeah.
probably be starting in October.
Yeah, it won't be too
It's
bad.
still too long.
Yeah, still way too long. But let us know down in the comments who you think is going to make it through to the grand final. It's going to be Sydney, Adelaide, Macarthur, or Melbourne City, and
Or Melbourne Victory. Oh, wait. Sorry.
yeah, 12th. Great,
First team to ever finish 12th in the A-League.
fantastic.
We're getting sidetracked.
We are. You've got to sleep.
It was a fair
victory
sidetrack.
weekend. Anyway, we'll almost squeezed in. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Until then, enjoy being a couch critic.